friends, hello and welcome back to channel of your own Constitution for Life. Friends, being a law student, we people have to study a lot. Indian Penal Code, Code of Criminal Procedure, Specific Relief Act, Rent Control Act, Constitution of India and too many type of bare acts. And since I am also a law student, I can understand the pain. But now, precisely talking about the Constitution of India, too many things are there to study in it. 22 parts, 12 schedules, thousands of provisions, and too many repealed acts, and many more things. But what's the important thing while studying the Constitution of India? Yes, to revise the Constitution of India in a very rapid manner. And that's the topic for today's discussion. We are going to cover the Constitution of India in a very quick manner in this video. So first of all, let's take a look at what is meant by the Constitution of India or any type of constitution. What is the definition? So actually the Constitution is a document containing the laws and rules. Document containing the laws and rules which describes what? First, the form of the government, and secondly, the relation between the citizens and the government. Yes, the Constitution is a document containing laws and rules which describe the form of the government and the relation between the citizens and the government. So now let's take a look at all the 22 parts of the Indian Constitution. So let's start with the first part of the Indian Constitution, which is nothing but the Union and its territory. All the laws and the provisions relating the territory of India, all the provisions relating to the change in the territory of India or any other thing is mentioned between the Article 1st to Article 4th of the Indian Constitution. Means all the provisions regarding the territory or the names of the Indian territory and the states in it can be changed or can be described in this Article 1 to Article 4 of the Indian Constitution. Next, it is part 2nd of the Indian Constitution, citizenship. Which person should be given the citizenship of India? Who is the citizen of India? Should NRIs be given the citizenship of India or not? And all the this type of questions are discussed and mentioned in the second part of the Indian Constitution, which lies from Article 5 of the Indian Constitution and Article 11 of the Indian Constitution. That means any question in exam relating to the citizenship of any person in the world is discussed from this Article 5 to 11 in the Constitution. And for revising all the topics regarding citizenship, you are not going to study the whole Constitution. You are going to study only from Article 5 to Article 11. So this was about the second part. And now the most important part in the Indian Constitution for every citizen in our country, which is nothing but the part 3rd, fundamental rights, which are guaranteed in the part 3rd of the Indian Constitution and lies from Article 12 to Article 35 of the Indian Constitution. First of all, right to equality, which lies from Article 14 to 18, which grants you and me equal opportunities and the equality before law. Next, it is the right to freedom, which lies from Article 19 to 22, which gives you and me the opportunity for our self-development and personal liberty. Next, it is the right against exploitation, which is guaranteed under Article 23 and 24 of the Indian Constitution, which is also a form of freedom to live anyone's life freely. Next, it is the right to religious freedoms, which lies from Article 25 to Article 28 of the Indian Constitution. As we all know, India is a sovereign country, and with it, India is also a secular country, and in India there is positive secularism, and that's why Article 25 to Article 28 grant every citizen in India to perform any type of religious activities, and this right is given under this Article 25 to Article 28. Next, it is the cultural and educational rights, lies from Article 29 to Article 30 of the Indian Constitution. And now, for all these rights and fundamental rights, to protect them, it is nothing but the constitutional remedies which lies from Article 32 to Article 35 of the Indian Constitution, by using which we can protect our these rights mentioned above on the blackboard, on the board. Now friends, next it is the part 4th of the Indian Constitution, which is DPSP, means Directive Principles of State Policy. How a state should behave for its citizens, or how should it work for the welfare of their citizens. It is mentioned in the Article 36 to Article 51 of the Indian Constitution. Means all the directive principles to behave like a state are given here in this Article 36 to 51, which is used by the states for the welfare of their citizens. And this part 4A of the Indian Constitution, which is only for the Article 51A of the Indian Constitution, is for you and me. Being the citizens of India, we have also some fundamental duties. That 11 fundamental duties are mentioned in this Article 51A. Now, part 5th of the Indian Constitution, the Union, which lies from Article 52 to Article 151 of the Indian Constitution, which we call it as the central government. In other words, every single information or every single provision regarding the composition of the central government is given here in this part 5th. The first chapter, the executive, from Article 52 to Article 78, the President of India, Vice President of India, Prime Minister, ministers assisting to him, powers given to them, what duties they have to perform, every single information is given in this first chapter, the executive, lying from Article 52 to Article 78. Next, the Parliament of India, the House of People and the Council of States, their chairman, deputy chairman, speaker, deputy speaker, the members of the parliament, and also with regard to their qualifications and disqualifications. Every single provision is given in this Article 79 to Article 122. Article 123 talks about the legislative powers of President. What powers the President of India can exercise and how he should exercise his powers. Every single provision regarding it is given in this Article 123. Next, it is the Union Judiciary, means the Supreme Court of India, for which we have a lot of respect in our heart. Lies from Article 124 to Article 147. What should be the number of judges in the Supreme Court? What type of cases should be discussed there? How to choose the Chief Justice of India, or how to select the other judges of the Supreme Court of India, and every single provision regarding it is given in the Article 124 to Article 147. Means whenever you are going to study the Supreme Court of India, or you want to find some information about Supreme Court of India, you are not going to look at the whole Indian Constitution. You are going to just discuss or focus on Article 124 to Article 147. Next, it is the Controller and Auditor General of India, lying from Article 148 to Article 151 of the Indian Constitution, who deals about all the finance and the audits of the Government of India. Next, it is the Part 6, the States, lying from Article 152 to Article 237. Actually, the Union and the States, these two parts you can study comparatively, except the Article 152, which is under the chapter General, which states that everywhere in the Part 6 of the Indian Constitution, where the word states is mentioned, the word states does not mean the state of Jammu Kashmir, because it has a separate constitution, and that's why all the compositions and all the provisions here in this Part 6 cannot be enforced in the state of Jammu Kashmir. Next, the executive, from Article 153 to Article 167, regarding the Chief Minister, ministers assisting to him, the governor, and every small functionary and body in the state legislature is mentioned here from Article 153 to Article 167. Next, it is the state legislature from Article 168 to Article 212 of the Indian Constitution. Means here you can get that from Article 168 to Article 212. The state legislature, and here the parliament lies from Article 79 to Article 122. Now legislative powers of governor, which are mentioned here in the Article 213 of the Indian Constitution. Legislative powers of president in 123 and legislative powers of the governor in Article 213 of the Indian Constitution. And next it is the high courts in state, lying from Article 214 to Article 232. The powers given to the High Court are mentioned here in the Article 214 to Article 232. And last, the subordinate courts from Article 233 to Article 237 means district courts, session courts and every other court in the territory of India is discussed, or the provisions regarding its function is given in this part 6th, chapter 6 of the part 6th in the Indian Constitution, subordinate courts. And now talking about the part 7, which is states, in part B of the first schedule. Actually this is a critical topic, or which is a very hard topic to understand, which you will get to know when we will discuss about the first schedule of the Indian Constitution. So now the part 8 of the Indian Constitution. After the union, the states, now it's the turn for union territories, lying from Article 239 to Article 242 of the Indian Constitution. What is the criteria to declare any region or union territory? How all the functions of the union territories are governed, and what are the special provisions for Union Territory Delhi? All these type of questions are discussed in this part 8 of the Indian Constitution. Next, it is the part 9th of the Indian Constitution, Panchayat, lying from Article 243 to Article 243O. What a panchayat means, how all the functionaries in the panchayat are being governed, and every single information regarding its elections, regarding its functionaries, everything is given from this Article 243 to Article 243O. Next, it is part 9A regarding the municipalities. In the same way as like the panchayats, every single information regarding municipalities, their functionaries, their establishments, everything is given in this part 9A, lying from Article 243P to Article 243ZG. And in the 9th part, lastly, it is part 9B, which is cooperative societies. Formation of cooperative society, their governance and every single thing regarding the formation of cooperative societies is given in this part 9B, lying from Article 243ZH to Article 243ZT. In my point of view, Article 243 is the biggest article, having lots of sub-articles. Next, it is the part 10th of the Indian Constitution, which is nothing but the scheduled and tribal areas. Which areas should be declared as the tribal areas? What is the criteria for them? What should be done for their conservation? And what type of projects should be dealt with for the conservation of the scheduled and tribal areas? Everything is given in Article 244 and Article 244A of the Indian Constitution in our part 10. Now part 11, which is drafted to maintain the coordination between the central government and the state government, namely the union and the states, which is relation between the states and union, lying between Article 245 to Article 263 of the Constitution. And the chapter first in this part is the legislative relations. All the type of legislative relations are mentioned in this Article 245 to Article 255 of our Indian Constitution. And next, it is the administrative relations mentioned in the chapter 2 of the part 11, lying from Article 256 to Article 263. Every single information regarding how they should coordinate with each other and how they should work, everything is mentioned in this part 11. Next, it is the part 12th of the Indian Constitution, which for us is the most important part regarding our economy, finance, property, contracts and suits, lying from Article 264 to Article 300A. So the first chapter is regarding the finance, what is the taxation methods, what are the taxation methods in our country, how the tax should be collected, what committees or what bodies should be there for the tax collection, and every single information regarding the finance and taxation in our country is mentioned in this first chapter from article 264 to article 291. And next, it's regarding the borrowing, how our country should take loans from the World Bank or any other countries, or every single information regarding borrowing, may it be for reserve banks or the other banks, everything is mentioned in article 292 and article 293 of the Indian Constitution. Next, it's for property, contracts, rights, liabilities, obligations and suits from article 294 to article 300. So this is regarding the part 12, and now the most important point, which is right to property under article 300A. Actually, the right to property was installed in the Indian Constitution in the fundamental rights, but afterwards it was only restricted to a constitutional right, and it was then amended, and the right to property was moved from article 31A to article 300A. Part 13, Trade, Commerce and Intercourse within the territory of India from article 301 to article 307. Now the part 12th of the Indian Constitution was regarding how the Indian government should trade with the other countries, or that all directives were regarding the government of India. But now here in the part 13, Trade, Commerce and Intercourse within the territory of India, may it be for the state governments, may it be for the people or citizens like you and me, for we or for us, it's the part 13 to trade or for doing trade or business. Trade, commerce and intercourse within the territory of India under part 13. Next, it's the part 14th of the Constitution, services under the Union and states. Means all the different services, maybe it for UPSC, maybe it for any other state public service commission, or every single service which comes under the government, it is in the part 14th of the Indian Constitution, lying from article 308 to article 323. The first chapter is regarding the services, means what type of services should be there in the government, or what type of people should be employed in the government. Everything or every type of single service is mentioned here in this article 308 to article 314. And next chapter is regarding the public service commissions, whether it be the Union Public Service Commission for the central government, or State Public Service Commission for any of the state government, or whether it be the Joint State Public Service Commission. All these commissions, their establishment, their chairmen, vice chairmen and all the members, their appointments, every single thing regarding the appointment and regarding the function of these public service commissions is mentioned here in article 315 to article 323 of the Indian Constitution. Means if there is any change or any amendment in the structure of the public service commission, you are not going to find it in the whole Indian Constitution. You are just going to study article 315 to article 323. Next, it's regarding the part 14A, which is regarding the tribunals. Yes, the tribunal tribunal courts, which will help you to solve all the disputes regarding the services of the government employees. Means all the services regarding government employees and all the disputes regarding it are solved in these type of tribunal courts. Their structure is given in the article 323A and article 323B. And next, it's the part 15th, which is election, the functionary of the election commission, the chairman, or what we say, the chief election commissioner or the commissioners assisting him, their appointment, their removal, and every single information regarding the election or the election commissions, their privacy and their freedom is given in this article 324 to article 329A. Next, the part 16th, which is regarding the special provisions to certain classes. Many type of classes in our country, just like SC, ST, OBC, whether it be regarding the caste or whether it be regarding gender, everything. The special provisions for them are mentioned here in article 330 to article 342. Next, it's the part 17th of the Indian Constitution regarding official languages, lying from Article 343 to Article 351. All type of languages which should be used for the official purpose are mentioned here in the Article 343 to Article 351. The chapter first regarding languages of Union. What type of languages or which languages should be used in the central government for the official purposes is given under Article 343 and Article 344. Next, talking about the regional languages in any state. The regional languages lies under Article 345 to Article 347, and the languages of Supreme Court and High Court under the chapter 3rd of the part 17th comes under Article 348 and Article 349 of the Indian Constitution. And lastly, the special directives for all the languages are given in Article 350 to Article 351. Now, the part 18th of the Constitution, emergency provisions, which comes under Article 352 to Article 360. And there are three types of emergencies. One, national emergency. Second, state emergency, which means the president rule. And third is the economic emergency. When the president thinks that the situation is suitable to declare the emergency in the nation, with the consultation of the Prime Minister, he declares the national emergency. With the consultation or with the submission of report of the governor to the president, president can declare also the president rule in a certain state, and it is the same regarding the economic emergency also. So these provisions are mentioned in this 18th part. Next, it's the part 19th regarding the miscellaneous. All the miscellaneous articles are mentioned here in the Article 361 to Article 367. Part 20 comes regarding the amendments to the Constitution. Only one article, Article 368, which has the power to change the whole Indian Constitution. Because our Constitution is not a concrete document, it must be changed time to time, because India is a developing nation and its constitution must be modified time to time, and that's why all the provisions regarding amending the Indian Constitution are given here in Article 368. What type of majorities are there and how we can amend provisions in the Indian Constitution. Every single provision is mentioned in the Article 368, and that's why this is the most important part or the most important article in the Constitution, which can change the whole Indian Constitution. Next, it's the part 21 regarding temporary, transitional and special provisions from Article 369 to Article 392. Too many articles in this part are repealed at the moment. So actually, India got independence on the 15th August 1947 and drafted the Constitution on 26th November 1949, but implemented it on the 26th January 1950. So between these 2 months, some of the articles or some of the provisions of the Constitution were implemented actually on the 26th November 1949, and they were applicable or they were implemented for this period of 2 months. So these are the temporary provisions. Also, these type of transitional provisions and special provisions were made under this Article 369 to Article 392. And last, this is this 22nd part regarding the short title, commencement and authoritative text in Hindi, and also regarding all the repeals of the Indian Constitution. Now, this was about the 22 parts of the Constitution, and let's now take a look at the 12 schedules of the Indian Constitution in a very quick manner. So first is the name of the states and union territories and its extent. Extent in terms of territorial extent. So this is the first schedule, and the part first is the states. All the states in India and also their territorial extent on the map of India is mentioned here in the first schedule, and this is the part B of the first schedule, union territories. Do you recall something? Yes, the part 7th of the Indian Constitution, the states in the part B of the first schedule, and that the word states is here in the part B of the first schedule. So this is the part B of the first schedule regarding Article 238, which is a repealed article at present, Next, it's the second schedule regarding salaries, allowances, and privileges to certain constitutional functionaries. How much salary should the government should the President of India, Vice President of India, Speakers and Deputy Speakers of Lok Sabha, Chairman, Vice Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Controller and Auditor General of India, also to the Chief Justice of India, the judges of the Supreme Court and High Court, and many other constitutional functionaries. What salaries should they get, what privileges should they get, and also regarding the allowances, which should they get. Everything is mentioned here in this second schedule. Third, it is the form of oath and affirmations. Being the responsible citizen of India and also being on a responsible post of the Indian government, all the constitutional functionaries which I have mentioned in the second schedule have to take oath in front of the President of India or in front of any of the constitutional authority, and the script for their oaths and affirmations is pre-decided, and that script is mentioned here in the third schedule of the Constitution, forms of oath and affirmations. Fourth schedule is regarding the allocation of seats in the Council of States, means which state should get how many representatives to represent the state in the Council of States. This is by means of the population of a particular state and the members of the legislative assembly in that particular state is given here in the fourth schedule of the Constitution. Next, fifth schedule is regarding the provisions as to administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes, means all the scheduled areas and scheduled tribes in our whole country, there must be some schemes for their welfare, and all these schemes, their implementation and all the necessary directions to the government are made here in the fifth schedule, and all the provisions for that are mentioned also in this fifth schedule. This sixth schedule is regarding the provisions as to administration of tribal areas in the state of Assam, Mizoram, Tripura and Meghalaya. So these four states have a very huge tribal areas, and that's why for the welfare of these four states there are certain special provisions in the sixth schedule of the Constitution. Now, the seventh schedule of the Constitution, subject matter of laws made by Parliament and state legislature. Friends, being a nation, we have to deal with the thousands of topics, thousands of subject matters in our country: railways, army, air force, transport, and too many other things. So these all subject matters, they must be dealt by the separate legislatures, and that's why this diversification, this division is made in the three lists: union list, state list, and concurrent list, where union can make laws only in the union list, state can make law on the subject matters included in the state list, and they both can make the laws regarding all the subject matters mentioned in the concurrent list. Next is the eighth schedule regarding languages. All the languages which have got the status of regional languages or the national languages, all these are discussed and elaborated in the eighth schedule of the Constitution. And next, it is the ninth schedule, which is regarding validation of certain acts and regulations. Actually, when the Constitution was drafted, there were only 8 schedules, and these 4 schedules, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, are the amendments made in the Indian Constitution, and 9th schedule is the first amendment regarding the schedules of the Indian Constitution, which was included by the First Amendment Act, because too many acts which were imposed by the government were challenged in the Supreme Court on the basis that they are violating the fundamental rights, and government was unable to govern the country and to apply many types of welfare projects, and that's why this 9th schedule was invented in the Constitution. Every law which is added to this 9th schedule cannot be challenged in the Supreme Court, and that's why this is the most important schedule in the Indian Constitution. Next, it is regarding the provisions as to disqualification on the grounds of defection. Means when there was the anti-defection law introduced in the Parliament, then this schedule was added to the Constitution of India. And now, powers, authorities and responsibilities of panchayats are given in the 11th schedule, which was added to the Constitution by the 73rd Amendment Act 1992. All the powers given to the panchayats, what the authorities do they get and what responsibilities do they have being the panchayat of a certain village. Every single provision is given in the 11th schedule, and in the same way it is the same regarding the municipalities in the 12th schedule, powers, authorities and responsibilities of municipalities. So this is about the 12th schedules, and if you people have revised the Indian Constitution in just half an hour with the help of this video, then don't forget to like, share and comment and subscribe the channel to get notifications about the upcoming videos. So see you in the next session. Till then, Jai Hind.